This is Nifty Culture. I'm Pio. I'm here with my partner, Rob. How's it going, Rob?
What's a panic? What's going on, Mr. Pio? How are you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm excited to dive into the most slept on area of the NFT space.
I'm telling you, man, I've been talking about it within our group. You hear me talking about it on channel all the time. VeVe is being slept on, my man. Slept on by so many people. Everybody, I think.
I believe it. And so is it VeVe or is it VeVe?
I've heard it multiple different ways. I've been doing my own research, looking at other YouTubes as well. Some say VeVe, others still say VeVe. Maybe we should get one of the big guys online. We need to get one of the big guys on our streaming and maybe clear it up for us.
I think that's fair. Yeah, and I know that as far as like Nifty Culture folks go, you definitely have the most exposure to VeVe or VeVe, whatever it is. You have like a solid amount of pieces. How did you find out about it and where are you kind of at with it?
You know, man, it was totally random on my part too. So, just like you have been an OG Bitcoiner, right, Pio? Forever? OG Bitcoiner forever.
You're an OG. I'm not an OG, but okay.
Come on, dude. You're an OG like me. And then got into the Nifty community just due to that exposure of crypto, then into the NFT community. And let me tell you, I was just reading an article. It was some article I forgot that came up on my newsfeed on Twitter that talked about licensed digital collectibles. It was all around the licensing part of it. So it wasn't maybe from a technology stream. It might've been from a business stream from updates, but it was talking about the licensed and trademarked licensed collectibles coming to this new app, VeVe. And I was like, that's interesting. And I was like, well, it's not going to be that interesting unless they have some pretty heavy hitting license. They got to have some heavy hitting stuff. So I looked at the article and they talked about Batman. And I'm like, well, shit, dude, if Batman is on this thing, I said, it must have some credibility. So I downloaded the app. And this is when they were not even sold out, Pio. I was able to go. I downloaded the app. I looked through the marketplace. I'm like, oh, they have a Batman for sale. There's a couple different Batmans for sale. Oh, there was a Harley Quinn. There was a Joker. And I was like, man, okay. I was like, well, from my history of OpenSea, of Maker's Place, of Nifty Gateway, things selling out so quick. If you don't have a bot, if you can't get it super quick, you can't get it. So, with that history, I was on the VeVe app and I'm like, it's still available. It's still available. It's still available. And I bought 2 different Batmans and I bought a Joker. And then I even had time to tell some of my friends about it. Some of my friends who are big Batman collectible guys, physical, they're always into the physical Batman stuff. So I was able to, and I remember days passed and I was telling different people about this. I know I was telling our group about this, and days after even I went and got additional collectibles, they were able to download the app, set it all up, and they were still available. That's why I'm telling you, dude, people are sleeping on this stuff. They were sleeping on it from the beginning, and I still think they're sleeping on it now because of the equity that comes with licensed, trademark, digital, licensed, and the trademark of the equity of those brands are coming with it. Do you see that too?
Well, I understand exactly what you're saying. I haven't paid as much attention to the VeVe market, so I haven't seen drop prices, number of mints, how they perform on the secondary market. In your experience, like the pieces that you've bought, how many pieces have you bought on VeVe?
Probably about like 17, 18.
Okay.
17, 18 pieces, except for my very first Batman acquire. Every single drop has been sold out immediately. Every single one has been sold out immediately. So I think where they do get it right, I mean, they price them right too, Pio. Some of them are $14.99. And they might have an edition. Yeah, they're cheap. It's a great way to dip your toe into the NFT digital collectible community, man. Really low barrier to entry, frictionless. As in, I used my Apple Pay to buy the gems that are the currency in the VeVe app. So then I was able to buy the collectible. So, I mean, I probably bought 19 altogether, and only since the first Batman one, every single one of them was immediately sold out. Immediately sold out. Every single one. Every single one. But so I've had to buy a lot of mine on the secondary market because I liked it. And Pio, you know me, I got original drops of all my Nifty Gateway stuff. All my Nifty Gateway stuff is original drop. I actually went on the secondary market to buy my VeVe Collectibles because they were so cool.
That's awesome to hear. How have they performed in terms of price appreciation since you bought them?
So whenever I see something come out, so what happens is like let's take my coveted Ghost Trap for instance, the Ghost Trap that I want so bad. So when Ghost Trap came out, it was $69.99, and I think there was 1,700 of them, maybe less. I'll verify that for you. But there was like 1,700. Let's just say it was an ultra rare, Maybe you can pull it up real quick. And immediately $69.99 sold out immediately. I didn't even have it just sold out. $1,200. So I mean, that's a nice from $69 to $1,200 immediate resale was pretty good. $1,200.
That's wild,
right? But now it has gone down to around the $700 range. Which, anyways, $69 to $700. That's a pretty good. So 70 to 700. So that's a 10x. Good return.
And how many mints are on these pieces?
I'm telling you, I want to get it right, dude. I want to get it right on here because this is important to me. I love it. Boom. Ghost Trap. Boom. Okay. It's $718. Yes, I was correct. There's only 1,750 Ghost Traps. 1,750. It's an ultra rare.
That's wild.
Correct. Ultra rare.
And so that's a really high mint count for something that's like ultra rare when you think about it. So I think that learning the VeVe ecosystem has to be a little bit different. Like it kind of goes against some of the principles that play into the other platforms. So we have one viewer that said, where do you learn about upcoming VeVe drops? Is it just on the app, or are there other resources you turn to?
So I follow VeVe on Twitter. Also, they do notification pushes through their app if you want to know about that. On their app, there's a drop area where you can click on drop, and it has the upcoming drops. And you can say add to wish list or notify me of drop as well. So that's where you find out about them.
Okay. Yeah. And like, I guess, a lot of these, I think, have augmented reality features. Like I see you send us pictures all the time where it's like you on Marty's hoverboard from Back to the Future and stuff like that. Bro. Like, can you talk about that part of it? Is that all of them? Is that some of them?
Bro, that's what makes this so much cooler. First of all, the low barrier to entry, $69. Yes, I agree with you that $1,750 for ultra rare is not ultra rare when we're talking art. We're talking art. Ultra rare for art's a 1 of 1 or 1 of 5 or 1 of 10, right? When we're talking about digital creative art, I guess, right? Like a bleeple.
Absolutely.
Like that, right?
Absolutely.
But those then have a price tag of like $50,000. That's what goes with it. A high price tag and that really super low mint price for ultra rare. With these, you're looking at the Ghost Trap that was $69. And it was an ultra rare, so that's why it has 1,750. We should do the math on that stuff. So 1,750. Let's see, they're still doing 1,750. Yes, times 70. So that's $122,000. That's a lot lower of a drop revenue than it would be for a piece of art. Correct?
For sure.
So they're trying to cast a wide net. That's what VeVe is doing. They're trying to build the user base first. Then they're going to bring them into the ecosystem and into their metaverse. Whereas Decentraland and Sandbox built the metaverse first, and now they're trying to bring communities in to build around the metaverse. See, VeVe is doing it the opposite way. I thought that was very interesting. They're casting a huge wide net, low barrier to entry. Some pieces were $9.99. I mean, very low barrier to entry to where you're going to have these collectibles because it's cool. I mean, how cool is it to have Ecto 1 rolling in your driveway?
So this is an actual picture of like your driveway, and then you threw the augmented reality VeVe piece that you bought, the Ghostbusters car, into the driveway.
Yes, dude. That's what's so freaking cool about this. It becomes completely interactive with your real life and your digital life, because this is how kids, the millennials and younger, this is how they're going to flex. This is how you're going to flex with your digital art and digital collectibles. VeVe is already on the cusp of this stuff. I don't know any other one where I can take a picture with something cool like that, dude. That's super cool. I can take a picture with my Slimer. I can take a picture. My kids can take a picture with the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. How crazy is that?
I mean, it's pretty cool. So I was going to ask you, like, who do you think is the current like audience of buyers on VeVe? Do you feel like the younger audience has been put onto it yet? I'd be curious to know, because I feel like this would appeal to a younger audience, right?
It does. It does. But dude, we are still on the early adopter part of the total bell curve on this stuff, man. Here, I'm gonna send you over a different. I'm gonna send you over another one here. But we are so far on the early adoption part of the curve, man. I'm talking to my nephews, and I'm talking to there. Let me see if I can make it bigger or whatever. But yeah, I'm talking to my nephews and things like that. Anytime I'm on an airplane, PO, I travel all the time, you know that. So anytime I'm on an airplane, I always like to sit next to younger people so I can ask them about markets. Hey, what are you interested in? Where are you getting your news? Where are you getting your recommendations? Influencers? What platform? Hey, do you know about digital collectibles? Hey, have you seen what you can buy as far as some Jurassic Park stuff coming up? You'll be able to buy the Jeep and the Explorer from Jurassic Park are the next vehicles they're going to be dropping, man. I mean, that's so cool. I can't wait until I can have a T-Rex or a Raptor. And think about just how many ways that appeals to, I mean, it's cool because of the movie. You have all that equity, that license equity that comes with this piece, man. That's so cool. And to be able to, you'll have it, which is already step one and phase one for all digital art. You have it digitally. But number two, I can take a picture with that T-Rex, or my kid can take a picture with the Rap. That is so appealing to so many people. People are sleeping on this stuff, man. We're so early in the curve, is what I believe.
Hey, it seems that way. And so Brody Harvey here, one of our viewers, put a comment. He said, been on VeVe since March. You guys are late, but still early. When did you make your first VeVe purchase, Rob?
Bro, it was when Batman wasn't sold out. Batman wasn't sold out. And I want to say, was that their first drop? I think maybe Batman was their first drop. I don't know. I have to go back. And back. October 2020.
Oh,
bro, October 2020.
So you've been on it. And so you bought that Batman piece for how much? And how much is it selling for now on the secondary market?
So I got an ultra rare. I bought it for $69. It was one of 750 on the market. I'll just see what they're going for on the marketplace for you, man. And you can easily go in the marketplace. They have so many brands now. It's amazing. Scrolling through here. The Superman's one that I wanted to get, PO, but it kept on going up in price, and it's still going up in price. I wanted that one so bad. Eventually, I'll probably end up getting it anyways.
I mean, these are really big names. You're talking about Batman, Superman, Jurassic Park, Ghostbusters.
$3,500.
So that's
how much it's going for right now.
That's the floor, $3,500.
That's the floor. That's sorted by cheapest.
That's wild. I think that a lot of people are sleeping on this. So looks like people are talking about Comic-Con news. So there's Comic-Con drops this weekend. I mean, these are licensed collectibles by very, very big names. And one thing that I've been asking various influencers in the NFT community when I have a chance to talk to them is, once the Disneys and the Star Wars and the Marvel and everything, when they go all the way in on NFTs, like all the way in, how is that going to disrupt the current structure and the current kind of movement in the ecosystem? But it almost seems like it's kind of been moving under the radar with VeVe. You've been on it. You turned $70 into to 3,500 potentially with that purchase right there. And I'm wondering if it's already here and a lot of people are just sleeping on it, and we'll see a real, influx of money come into VeVe.
Man, wait until augmented reality glasses come out and you start to get that type of ecosystem with that type of layer into this. It's going to be insane, PO. It's going to be crazy. And I think people are, and wait, just like you said, wait until Star Wars comes out and the Millennial Falcon can come flying through your house and land in front of your kids, or you take a video with you in the Millennium Falcon. You can go in there and Wookiees, and you can do different stuff and touch it. It's going to be insane. It's going to be incredible.
That sounds incredible. So we got one commenter named VeVe Flipper. VeVe Flipper, are you a YouTuber? Comment if you're a YouTuber, and we'll have you on at some point. But he's saying that the audience is 35 to 45 on average. So if you think,
okay, that makes sense.
Guys like you, right, are on it early, right? The people that actually have money, the people that, have sort of like the emotional attachment to like Ghostbusters, these like late 80s movies and stuff. That's how it can start. And then once the younger audience comes in, it completely explodes. So with this, with the metaverse piece, right? I think that's very like appropriate given we're talking about VR, augmented reality, AR structures like these cars and these tools. I feel like that seamlessly can be incorporated into a digital world, into a digital metaverse, right?
That's what's going to be so cool. VeVe has actually talked about they're building a metaverse where you'll be able to either be or interact with all these digital collectibles that you're buying on their platform. It is insane.
It sounds insane. So you showed me a couple of them. Do you have any others that you can show the audience that you have? Because this is most of this stuff is on mobile. So it's hard to kind of display this stuff. It's hard for me to screen share. I can't pull up the VeVe platform right here. So we're just talking about it.
Let's see if I can pull up this Volt picture right here. I put all my, that didn't work. That's not the right one. Here you go, picture of the Volt. And have you ever been in the app, Pio? Have you been in the app yet?
I have been in the app, but I haven't bought any of the currency.
So just like you have those rare rooms that you can set up with your digital art through Nifty Gateway and things like that, that's built in onto this platform. So you can have your VeVe Vault, which you can place your collectible. You can have multiple different ones. You can place your collectibles in different ways. And you can walk through it. It's super neat. It makes it fun to flex, and it's easy to flex on this kind of stuff when you have it. So that's my vault that I set up with the different Ghostbuster stuff inside here. So you have my Stay Puft, you have Ecto 1, you have Slimer, and that's the Mowgli. So
how much is that Mowgli? Like, how much did you pay for that Mowgli, and what's the floor right now?
So, dude, this was I had to have Stay Puft, and I had to have the Mowgli, and this was before the secondary market of VeVe was built into the app. So I actually had to go to eBay, and I bought those. I bought those through eBay.
Wow, so you really wanted them to go through eBay
wanted
to buy a digital collectible.
I was like, this thing is going to blow up. I was like, this is so cool. You could take a picture with this stuff. So I got the Stay Puft for $350, I think, and I got the Mowgli for like $350 or $400. Slimer I got on original drop, and the Ecto 1 I got on an original drop.
Incredibly, incredible picks there. That's no joke.
Right.
So what are you excited about next? Are you getting in on this Comic-Con thing? Are there any drops coming up that you're excited about?
Yeah, man. I mean, first of all, I was super excited about the Back to the Future with Marty's hoverboards, dude. Those are sick. Who didn't want to be Marty and fly around the hoverboard? So I bought all of them. I bought every single one of the different hoverboards because they originally were more expensive, and some of these collectibles go below original price. So I scooped up like 3 or 4 of some of these different hoverboards just to have. To be able to give them away to my other friends in the metaverses one day. But hey, here you go. Here's a hoverboard. You can get around in.
That's I mean, everyone loves Back to the Future. I'm not surprised it's popular. So I just want to call out a couple comments. I got Tyron Hurd. Thank you very much for commenting. He said, interactive Marvel comic coming to VeVe announced during the Clubhouse discussion. So that's going to be Yeah, that's like big time amazing. I think he said one other thing on here. What did he say? Or I missed it. But anyway, yeah, he's absolutely right on that. Joff is saying, and Joff is a friend of the show. Thanks for watching. Thanks for contributing, Joff. He said VeVe has great potential, combining the brand partnerships with a price point for the masses, but I'm still unsure on the accessibility with it all going through the app, which is a really, really good point. And even with something like Nifty Gateway, when it's all kind of on that centralized platform and that platform doesn't play nice with other platforms, I feel like it does act as a limiting factor. And the success of OpenSea, I think, can largely be contributed to the fact that it's, first of all, the UI is strong, but secondly, you can just dump everything in there. You dump stuff from Nifty Gateway. You can dump this old stuff like curio cards that predate the punks. So I guess, what are your thoughts on that? How do you see the VeVe platform developing?
Man, that's why we need to have Mike on here, man, to talk about the Immutable X or John Stadler to talk about the move to Immutable X. It sounded to me that it was becoming more universal and more mobile, but we need to have John or Mike on here to talk about that, the Immutable X part of it. But I would agree if it's only going to be confined to the ecosystem of VeVe, it's going to be hard to be that amazing, huge thing. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. I was just on mute that whole time. I'm an idiot.
There you go. There you go. I was trying to tell you, I couldn't hear you.
So I'm an idiot. All right. So what I was saying is, yeah, thank you, Marcus, for pointing that out. Wow, I'm an idiot. All right. Well, you just dropped the most important info ever.
Those were all the secrets. That was perfect.
Exactly. All right. So what I was saying is, I wonder if, like, when you sell your pieces on VeVe, I'm assuming you get paid out with their native currency, like those gems. Is it a big pain in the ass to then change that to US dollars or change it to crypto?
That's a good question. And I told everybody on the last stream that I was going to do that. So I need to try to convert it back to US dollars or try to get it back. I haven't done it yet.
If it's a pain, then that's something that I'm concerned about, because that's similar to what we saw with Top Shot, where people were making these massive sales on Top Shot. A friend of mine bought a pack for $14, and it eventually, after like 3 or 4 flips, turned into $6,000+ because he sold a LaMelo Ball moment, and it was so hard to get that money out. It took like 6-7 weeks for him to get that money out. He eventually got it out, but obviously that's a pain in the ass. And if word gets around that that's a huge pain, you're not really going to want to operate in that ecosystem. So I wonder what that'll look like long term for VeVe.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'll try to do that. Actually, I'll try to do it today so I can have an update for you guys tomorrow. I'll let you know.
Sounds good. It looks like only in Austin said so this is an Austin guy right here, by the way. Rob's in Dallas, so he's nearby.
Texas, baby.
Texas. He said Jurassic Park, Star Trek, NFL. There's hundreds of partnerships in place already and rolling out over the next few years. I wonder, are these exclusive partnerships with VeVe, or are these things that will eventually lead to partnerships with other platforms as well? Like, does VeVe have an exclusive deal?
Man, I don't know, dude. Whoever, I think it's an ex super agent who came up with the VeVe platform, and that's why he's making all these amazing deals. Whoever's putting together these deals is the fucking man, dog. That shit is badass. Putting together these huge deals like this. Whoever's doing that, we need to do like a deep. You know what? I'll make it a point to do a deep dive into it to figure that out, because that's the interesting story. Who's doing this? Putting this stuff together. These deals got to be huge.
I mean, I have to imagine so, like 100%. I have to imagine that they're huge deals. And like just being the first, like actually brokering these deals, being the first is a pretty wild, kind of idea to think about. I guess we'll wrap just about here. Any kind of closing thoughts? Actually, I want to see. It looks like ZMM said, he said gems cash out coming within the next to 6 weeks. No way to get money out of the app right now. So you actually cannot get money out of the app right now. That's interesting.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
I think maybe once you,
work.
that is a huge problem. And that's probably stopping a lot of people from getting onto the platform in general. Because, you know, me and you being crypto guys, hey, dude, I'll take a chance on this. It's okay. That website looks okay. You know, you and I are cool with that. There's a lot of people that if you can't immediately see the off ramp to the money or bring your money back, they won't even touch it. So that's another reason why people are sleeping on this. It's going to bring a whole new level of people, an additional market when they're able to get this stuff done. Gems out to cash, have the platform become bigger and easier, man. It's everyone's sleeping on it, PO. It's perfect.
I can see that. It looks like we have some real VeVe experts in our chat right now. So I'm really happy that you guys are joining, and thank you so much for watching. It looks like Tyron Hurd also brought up that Al Khan is the guy that brought Pokemon to the United States.
Damn.
So this guy knows how to do a deal, and it's no surprise that he's brokering all these deals. Yeah, Brody said the guy who's doing that is Alfred Kahn, the guy who discovered Pokemon, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and a ton of other stuff. Watch their interview that they did with Alfred Kahn and on the eCommy channel. All so many gems. Hey, we're open sourcing this stream right here. Thanks so much, everyone, for contributing so much information. I'm going to follow up with us on the Discord. I'm going to put a link to our Discord in one more time. I want to talk to you guys and get you guys on the show too, because clearly,
let's get everybody on the show to have a cool VeVe discussion, man. That would be great to have the meetings of the masterminds behind it. Let's do that. Let's invite the people up. Let's do that.
And I'll just be a moderator for that. You can go to town with them since you're the one that actually has the experience. So when Gem Cash Out gets implemented, you'll see market prices crash as people try to cash out, and that'll be the perfect time to buy. I think that's a really good observation.
Maybe I'll wait for that ghost trap.
Right. You might be better to wait if that's the case. If people are going to cash out.
Maybe I will.
All right. Well, great conversation, Rob. Thank you to everyone that watched, and we'll get something set up with some of these audience members and do something again soon.
Well, fun round table. Cool, PO. Thanks, man.
Good stuff, bro. See you guys.